out, Sally.
Yes, he is. He's just a very old, wrinkled child.
Come on, come on! What's the matter with him? Come on, let him loose, let him loose! Hurry up with him, come on! Come on, come on! Well, don't just stand there. Raquel Welch can get away with it, but you've got to say something. How is he?
He's fine.
Is it any wonder I have a heart condition?
Uncle Cyrus.
What was his time?
48-2.
No, that wasn't so hard, was it? You could have told me. After all, I'm the one that has to pay your astronomical salary.
Well, you could have, but you didn't ask. You asked how he was.
Yeah?
I told you. He's fine.
He'll win the Golden Gate Stakes on Friday? Well, now that's more like it.
Unless some other horse beats him.
You see what I'm up against, Mac? Ah, now I'll get some straight answers. How's Bionos, Willie?
Our horse is moving just great, Mr. McPhee. Come Friday, those other nags will be choking in his desk.
Cool him off for half an hour. We don't want him catching cold.
Just get him rubbed down. I'm taking him back to the ranch with me.
With the race, just 2 days off?
2 days is 2 days.
You mean 2 days is $20, don't you? Listen, I'll spring for it.
You think I'm going to be indebted to you for a lousy $20? Besides, it's closer to 50. Well?
Forget it.
That's what I thought. Talk is cheap.
If it weren't, you'd be a mute.
Don't you think all that traveling is bad for Binos? It can't be good for him, can it?
How bad can it be? I do it all the time. And Bionos is a lot younger than I am.
The Grand Canyon's a lot younger than you are.
Yeah, well, I heard that. And it's not true, but it's thanks to you that I'm catching up.
Don't you really think it would be better for Binos to stay right here at the stables?
Oh, sure it would. For the stable.
It's only for a couple of days.
Yeah, but a couple of days here and a couple of days there, it all adds up. Too much up.
Uncle Cyrus, you can afford
Oh, now, Sally, look. I'm not even your real uncle. But let me talk to you like a Dutch uncle. You know, a man can go broke, spending money on what people think he can afford. Now, just remember that.
Yes, sir.
Pardon me a minute.
Those two are on the outs again.
Aren't they always?
I think it's shameful the way those brothers behave. They're all the family they got. I know if I had a brother, I'd be more than a sister to him. I'd be a friend.
You can say that.
What do you mean?
You don't have a brother.
Uncle Cyrus makes me so angry the way he won't spend a penny on himself. Sometimes I just don't understand it at all.
What's not to understand? Here's how you spell Cyrus. C-H-E-A-P.
No, he's not. Really, he's not.
There's nothing terrible about it. This is a democracy. A man can spend his money any way he likes. Cyrus likes to spend his money by not spending it.
Uncle Cyrus.
You all right?
Here.
Are you okay?
Well, I seem to be. Thanks to Wooly here.
What happened?
Something spooked that horse.
Big Ben was born spooked. That's why his stall's always supposed to be kept latched.
Are you okay, sir?
Well, I'm still alive, no thanks to you.
I don't know how he got out. The stall was latched.
I guess he opened the door himself.
Somebody did.
I tell you, I closed it myself right after his workout. I swear I did.
Well, the important thing is that you're okay. You are okay, aren't you?
Oh, I just got the wind knocked out of me, that's all.
That's no easy trick. We better get you to a doctor.
I don't have to pay that kind of money to have someone tell me what I already know.
Uncle Cyrus, your heart, the shock.
Well, it's nothing compared to the shock of getting a doctor's bill. That my heart couldn't take.
Uncle Cyrus.
I'll take wild horses any day. Those money-crazy quacks, they pull out a sliver and simultaneously amputate your wallet. No, thank you. Oh.
What's wrong with your leg?
Oh, now, come on, Sally. I'm 70. I'm 69 years old. This is how old people walk.
You weren't limping 10 minutes ago.
I was younger then.
You should have it x-rayed.
Have you any idea what they're charging for x-rays nowadays? Okay, Mac. You're right.
Of course I'm right. But you still won't have it x-rayed.
Oh, you're right again.
That's quite a bad limp you got there, Cyrus. I hope they don't have to shoot you.
Uncle Cyrus, at least promise me that you won't be at the track on Friday. Coming on top of this, I don't even want to think of what the excitement of the Gold Cup race could do to you.
You expect me not to watch Nose win the biggest race in his career? That kind of advice would put me into an early grave.
I'm putting my foot down, Uncle Cyrus. If you insist on risking your life so foolishly, then I'm going to wash my hands of you.
Oh, now, but Sally, you gotta be fair.
No buts about it. Maybe your heart can take it, but mine can't.
You got yourself a very special filly there, Mac. I hope you know that.
Oh, I guess I do.
But I don't know what she sees in you.
We gotta go, Sally. Take care of yourself, Cyrus. Remember, you're an endangered species.
What do you mean?
Well, as far as I know, you might well be the last of the really cheap Scotsmen.
Take care of yourself, Uncle Cyrus.
All right, all right.
You better, or else. See you later.
Mr. McMillan?
What is it?
I just wanted you to know that I did put the latch on Big Ben's stall. I swear on my mother's grave, somebody else must have taken that latch off.
Any idea who?
No, I just know it wasn't me.
You could have forgotten.
Commissioner, I don't make that kind of mistake.
Well, if you don't make that kind of mistake, somebody did it on purpose.
It don't make no sense. I could lose my job, but who'd want my job?
Good question.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. You're invited to attend the free morning workouts held each morning at the north end of the grandstand from 8 a.m. until 10 a.m. Morning workouts.
Oh, Commissioner, Mrs. McMillan.
Don't tell me Uncle
Hello.
Cyrus actually took my advice.
Well, he didn't have much choice in the matter.
How's that?
Well, when Willie pulled him away from Big Ben, why, Mr. McPhee must have twisted his ankle. It all swelled up like a pregnant mare these past couple of days.
Did you have it x-rayed?
You know, Mr. McPhee, he wouldn't pay a doctor to make a house call if he could find one. Now, the way I figure it, he'll wait for the veterinarian to make his routine call on Nose here, and when he's out there, he'll finagle some free medical attention for
Well,
himself.
I'll call him after the race and see how he's doing.
See, I got a couple of bucks that's burning a hole in my pocket. What do you guys suggest I do with it?
You stick it right there, Mr. McMillan, and just watch it multiply.
You mean it's a sure thing?
About as sure as you can get, keeping it kosher.
Well, in that case, I think we ought to bet a bundle.
That's a good idea, Sally, except I think they deal only in cash.
Well, I've got $3.17. That means I can only make a $2 bet unless you round it out for me.
Boy, I think I might have 83 cents on me.
You're supposed to round it out to 20 bucks.
Good luck, you guys.
Right.
We'll meet you in the winner's circle.
Meet us.
Yes, Mr. McPhee has arranged for you and Mrs. McMillan to represent him. If Nose wins,
If
why,
Nose wins,
yes.
he's gonna win, right, Willie?
Right.
See you later.
In the winner's circle.
Right.
I'm parched. Is there time for me to get a drink of water?
Yeah, sure, but hurry up.
and gentlemen, your attention, please. The horses are now on the track for the feature race of the afternoon. The distance, 1 mile and 1/16.
Sally.
Mm-hmm.
The whiplash is bad enough, but I draw the line in
I'm sorry,
strangulation.
Mac. If you'd lent me the $16.83, I would have won enough to buy that fabulous dress I was telling you about.
What happened to the fabulous dress you bought last week?
That's the one.
Oh.
I took it back. It was too expensive.
The horses are at the starting gate for the feature race of the day.
Well, the first rule is that you never bet on borrowed money,
Not even on a 100% sure thing.
especially on a 100% sure thing.
The flag is up. There they go. Getaway is going to the front. Judy's Baby is second. Super Summit is third. Fast Black is fourth. Lionel's is fifth. Followed by Lark's Baby. Around the clubhouse turn. It's Judy's Baby going to the front by one leg. Super Summit is third. Fast Black is fourth. Lark's Baby is fifth. Followed by Speedy Ted, Rick's Bay, and Dale's Top. Turning into the backstretch, it's Shagaway in front by one leg. Judy's Baby is second by a leg. Super Summit is third. And by a nose, moving up fast on the inside is fourth. Speedy Ted is fifth, followed by Debbie's Wonder and Rick's Bay. They're at the half-mile post. It's Judy's Baby. Finally, Super Summit is second. And by a nose, still moving up on the inside is third. Lark's Baby is fourth, followed by Speedy Ted and Debbie's Wonder. Turning into the stretch, it's Judy's Baby, Super Summit, and by a nose on the inside. Lark's Baby is fourth, Speedy Ted and Debbie's Wonder is a 20 minute finish. Super Summit on the inside of Judy's Baby. It's Super Summit. It's by a nose. Super Summit is second and Judy's Baby is third. And by a nose
Not as
is
excited
third.
as you're going to be in a minute.
In the winner's circle.
No, when you go to collect your winnings.
I've got it. My ticket. Oh, man.
I'll tell you what, Sally, I'll split my winnings with you.
That's sweet of you, but you don't have to.
Well, I think it's only fair. I mean, I don't think By a Nose could have won without you. You rode a wonderful
Ladies
race.
and gentlemen, representing Mr. Cyrus McPhee of the Tam O'Shanter Stables today are Mr. and Mrs. Stuart McMillan.
Mrs. McMillan.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Willie.
Thanks.
Hey, congratulations to the both of you.
You're right. I couldn't have done it without...
Enright, I want you to follow him to the hospital, find out what happened.
Right, Commissioner. Mac. What is it? Heart attack?
I don't know, until they run the tests.
Shouldn't we call Uncle Cyrus and tell him that Bionos won?
Yeah, just tell him the good news, Sally. Don't tell him about Willie.
Well, why didn't you use my office? It's just down the hall. I have to meet with the stewards.
Thank you.
It's disconnected.
It doesn't make any sense.
I know it doesn't.
Maybe you dialed incorrectly.
I don't think I did. Maybe I did. Mac, it is disconnected.
You sure you dialed the right number?
I'm positive. 555-9372.
Let's look in here.
I think.
It's not here. Try information.
All right.
Having a problem?
Sally can't remember your brother's telephone number.
Oh, it's been quite a while since I called him, but I think it's 555-9372.
That's what I said.
Yeah, that's what you said.
It's disconnected. Why would Cyrus do a thing like that?
The rate's gone up lately?
He's out there all by himself. Anything could happen to him.
That'll be the day.
Take it you and your brother don't get along too well.
Oh, you know how it is, Mac. Cyrus doesn't approve of me. He thinks I'm a libertine. But then he'd think anybody who drinks champagne when water's free a foolish spendthrift. Two different brothers, two different philosophies. I say live and let live. If you can call what Cyrus does living.
Mac, I'm really worried.
Well, let's drive out and see.
Okay.
See you, Angus.
John.
Mac, I have this terrible premonition.
I'm sure there's some logical explanation for it. Maybe Angus is right. Maybe Uncle Cyrus decided it was too expensive to have a phone.
Everybody needs a phone.
Indians didn't. Maybe Uncle Cyrus decided to have a crack at smoke signals. We're almost there.
Cyrus.
Is he?
He's alive.
Better get him to the hospital. You okay, Sally?
I guess so. How much further is it, Mac?
Well, a few more miles. How is he?
I don't know. He's such a dear old man. You know, I can remember when I was a child, we used to spend our summer vacations on a ranch adjoining his. And I used to hear these dreadful stories about Mr. McPhee. He was my boogeyman. Till one day, he caught me climbing in his apple tree, and I thought I'd had it for sure. But instead, what's he do? He helps me down, he even packs a bag of apples for me. But he made me promise not to say how I got the apples. I think he liked everybody to think he was this wicked old monster. You old phony. When I first started to call him Uncle Cyrus, oh, he acted like he was very annoyed. I was only 7 years old, but I knew better. My first male conquest.
And all this time, I thought I was. Has he always been such a cheapskate?
Mac, he's a generous man.
Is Cyrus McPhee back there with you?
Mac, that's just a role that he plays. Like when he was playing the wicked ogre who owned the apple tree.
Come on, you've seen that house of his.
You've seen his stables.
What do you mean?
It means that Cyrus won't spend money on himself. But he loves bio-nos. That's why there isn't a horse anywhere that lives as well. And what about what he gave us for our wedding gift? That didn't come from the five and dime store. And he loves Willie Marshak. You know, Cyrus won't pay for a doctor to make a house call for himself. But I guarantee you that no matter what's wrong with Willie, he won't have to worry about paying for a hospital bill.
Who would have ever guessed that Cyrus McPhee is actually Santa Claus?
I once knew a 7-year-old girl who knew it for a fact.
That's a handy little thing. Let me see that. You know, Mr. McPhee has one almost exactly like that.
It's his. He was holding it when we found it. He must have been listening to the race hour.
That means he must have heard about Willie's collapse.
On top of the excitement of Bayonna's victory. You know, Sal, this radio's expensive.
Yeah.
$75. No, too. It isn't the kind of thing that Cyrus would rush out and buy. Did you had a birthday lately? No. Who do you borrow it from?
He never borrows anything.
Well, he never lent anything either. Maybe it's a gift from a secret admirer.
A lady.
Wrong brother.
Doctor, how is he?
Sometimes we get lucky. It's a mild attack.
Thank goodness. Can we see him?
Well, he's resting now.
You sure he's gonna be okay?
He'll be fine. But I think you could stand a little rest.
Well, we've been so worried.
I knew there was no cause for alarm. Until my brother has a guarantee in writing from the good Lord himself that he can take it with him, he's not going.
When do you think we'll be able to visit him?
Call me tomorrow morning. Maybe you'll be able to help us convince Mr. McPhee to let us take care of him for a few days. I know how he feels about doctors.
Oh, don't take it personally, Doc. It's just that the thought of hospital bills makes his wallet break out in hives.
I wonder how Willie is. Whenever you want to find the news, you can't find it.
McMillan. Yeah, and right. It's your favorite news commentator. What? Uh-huh. Okay, stand by. I'll get back to you.
What's going on?
Somebody tried to poison Willie Marshak.
Poisoned?
He'll be all right. They pumped his stomach.
Why would anybody want to do that? I said, why would anybody want to do that?
I think somebody is trying to kill your Uncle Cyrus.
By poisoning Willie?
Yeah, it's no secret that Cyrus has a bad heart. First, a horse almost runs him down, then his bad ankle prevents him from seeing the Gold Cup race, then somebody very kindly sends him a radio so he'll have to listen to the race. That radio may be evidence, Sally. Then on top of all that, they poison his jockey for good measure.
But if all that you're saying is true, why? Why don't they just kill him and get it over with? Why do they torture him like that? Who could be so cruel?
Somebody who doesn't want to be accused of murder, I think.
But it is murder.
An old man dies of a heart attack. You don't go and arrest somebody for sending him a radio.
It's the perfect murder, isn't it, Mac?
If Willie died, it wouldn't be.
You're right. But why would they risk it and murder Willie?
Because he figured he wouldn't be connected with it. Poisoning Willie is only one means to his end.
It's like we're moving through a nightmare.
Yeah, but whose? Operator, get me Sergeant Enright. Enright, I want a 24-hour watch on Cyrus McPhee. No phone calls, no newspapers, and no visitors. Anybody shows up, I want to know about it. If McPhee asks any questions, tell him it's doctor's orders. Right.
Who, Mac?
Who what? Well, who what?
We think someone may be trying to kill Cyrus McPhee.
Why? As Police Inspector Gerard always says, first you have to know why. Once you have the motive, you know everything.
Inspector Gerard?
You know Inspector Gerard. He's the character from all those mystery books that Mildred's always reading.
Yes, as the inspector pointed out in The Rooster Crowed Murder.
I thought it was The Rooster Cried Wolf.
No, that was a sequel. The inspector says that people have only got 3 reasons for committing cold-blooded homicide. Revenge, greed, and jealous passion.
Is that what he says?
Not counting your hopped-up thrill killers, of course. So, what you have to do is find out why someone would want Mr. McPhee dead. And then you have your who.
Let's find the why.
Does the old man have a will? I mean, who gets the goodies? That's some place to start.
Cyrus always refused to make out a will.
There's another place to start.
Where?
With the people that knew Cyrus wouldn't be at the track today. One of them had to send him the radio. Who heard you lay the law down on him the other day?
Well, Sparks was there.
And Marshak.
Oh, Willie Marshak, the tall jockey? Well, I mean, he's sort of tall for a jockey.
Mac, Willie was poisoned. Besides, he and Uncle Cyrus are like father and son.
Sons have killed fathers before.
That's true. The son was the one in Paris bloodbath. He was in love with his stepmother.
Oh, good.
No, it was quite bad.
Who else was at the track on Wednesday?
That stable boy must have been there.
Oh, yeah, Price. And Angus.
Angus and Cyrus are brothers.
So were Cain and Abel.
And then there was that other jockey,
Mendoza.
Mendoza. He was standing next to Angus.
Where do we start?
I've been trying to find out who poisoned Willie Marshak.
Cheers.
Anything turn up about the radio?
Nothing, sir. But we checked McPhee's house and we found the package that came in. Whoever sent it must have wrapped it himself. That radio could have come from any of 500 local stores.
It was probably bought on Wednesday afternoon or Thursday morning. Put a half a dozen men on it.
You want us to check 500 local stores?
Maybe we'll get lucky. You have pictures of all the suspects, haven't you? See if the stores can identify any of them. Anything on Marshak?
Well, he claims he never eats before a race.
Doesn't he drink anything either?
He claims he only drank water from a tap at home and then from a drinking fountain at the track.
Well, you don't get poisoned by drinking water from a faucet.
Water pollution is bad, but it hasn't come to that.
Mrs. Marshak?
Yes?
I'm Commissioner McMillan. This is Sergeant Enright. We were wondering if we could talk to your husband.
Well, he's resting right now, but I guess it'll be okay. Come on in.
Thank you. Have a fall?
Doesn't figure.
I beg your pardon?
Life. It's just one big good news, bad news joke. You know, good news, bad. Well, you see, the good news is that your husband goes out and buys you a brand new powder blue new sedan. And the bad news is that you slip in the tub, break your arm, and won't be able to drive it for 2 months. Right? I'll be right back. Willie, what are you doing up?
I had to go to the bathroom.
Commissioner McMillan and Sergeant
Enright.
would like to talk to you.
Commissioner.
How you feeling, Willie?
Well, under the circumstances, I gotta feel great. I'm still alive.
Willie, I don't think you should be up. Why don't we go?
No. I feel fine, dear brother. Come on, sit down.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Willie,
Yeah.
do you have any ideas who poisoned you?
Not one, Commissioner. Maybe somebody dropped a bundle betting on me or against me. But other than that, your guess has got to be as good as mine. Better, maybe, because I don't even have a hunch about it.
Any idea how you were poisoned?
Thanks, dear. That's like I told Sergeant,
Enright?
at the hospital. I never eat on the morning of a race.
But you do drink.
Oh, sure. I had a glass of water at home. And I had some water at the track.
From a drinking fountain? Excuse me, I was asking if it was from a drinking fountain.
From my thermos.
You never told me about any thermos.
Well, I filled it myself.
With water?
Sure, with water. It's a habit, I guess, ever since I raced in Mexico. You know about the water there. I was out of action 9 days my first season, thanks to Montezuma's revenge. And after that, I started being a little more careful about what I drank. Anyway, once I recovered, I had a pretty good season, and I guess the thermos sort of became a superstition with me. You know, like a lucky rabbit's foot?
Until yesterday.
Yeah.
Who has access to your thermos?
No one, me and Darlene.
We exchanged gifts. Willie gave me a new car, and I gave him poison.
Oh, knock it off, Darlene. No one's accusing you.
Well, then why don't you tell them that you keep your thermos in your locker and that he never bothers to lock his locker? Hmm? Anyone could have slipped you that poison. You know that. Why didn't you tell them that instead of only me and Darlene?
That true, Willie?
I suppose.
Is your thermos in your locker now?
I guess so, but it just doesn't figure. I don't have any enemies.
One is all it takes.
Oh, cut it out, Sally. You make me feel like an invalid.
I'm just trying to make you comfortable.
Well, it's just having the opposite effect on me. When you keep fiddling with my pillows, you make me feel that I'm not long for this world. I swear that between you and those nurses, my chances of ever reaching the age of 40 are growing dimmer by the minute.
Oh, come on. You like all this feminine attention.
Don't make me laugh.
You rascal. I see you eyeing all those nurses.
Let me tell you, for what they're costing me, I'd need 4,000 eyes to get my money's worth. Believe me, I used to pay 50 cents for a lot more than I'm getting from those nurses.
Uncle Cyrus, I don't believe my ears.
Okay, so it was 75 cents. It was still a bargain.
I know.
How are you feeling?
Oh, at these prices, Mac, how do you think I'm feeling?
You up to a couple of questions?
Yeah.
Your transistor radio, Cyrus. Was that a gift?
Yeah.
Who sent it to you?
Oh, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Didn't you get a card?
No.
Okay. Why did you have your phone disconnected?
Why? Because they make you pay for it every month, even if you don't use it. That's why.
Uncle Cyrus, it only costs you a couple of dollars a month.
It adds up.
Why did you have your phone disconnected?
I already told you, Mac. Weren't you listening?
I heard you. I just don't believe you.
Huh. She treats me like an invalid, and now you're calling me a liar.
You've had that phone a very long time, and somehow every month you've managed to scrape together just enough money to pay the bill. Now, all of a sudden, you decide to have the phone disconnected, and I want to know why.
Okay. I took it out to get rid of a nuisance.
What sort of a nuisance?
Oh, some guy kept calling up and saying things.
You've been getting obscene phone calls?
Oh, they were obscene, all right. He kept predicting terrible things were going to happen to Bio-Nose.
Did you recognize the voice?
Oh, some perverted crank.
You're certain it was a man?
Certain if it... Look, that old I'm not.
All right, no more questions.
Cyrus, I'll see you in the morning. Take care.
Look, you take it easy here.
Here. At my age, Mac, I'll take it any way I can get it.
Strychnine. If Marshak had been any thirstier, he'd never be thirsty again.
Commissioner,
Mrs. Marshak?
I have to tell you something, and I didn't want Willie to overhear me on the phone, so I grabbed a cab.
Have a seat.
No, I haven't got time. I told Willie I was just running out to the supermarket.
What is it?
Yesterday, when Willie went to get his thermos, he found Abel Mendoza hanging around his locker.
Well, why didn't he tell us?
Well, I don't know, jockeys. They're all loony as far as I'm concerned. I mean, he practically accused me, his own wife, of trying to poison him. But heaven forbid he should cast suspicion on a fellow jockey.
Well, thank you for telling us.
Okay, I got a dash. His meter's running.
So is mine.
Commissioner, I think we should go and have a talk with Abel Mendoza.
Oh, he's aboard Miss Jill in the 5th race. My interest in the equestrian sport's purely academic. But, if you should find yourselves in the vicinity of the $2 window, would you mind putting that on Miss Jill to win? I like the odds.
Miss Jill to win.
Right. Oh, I almost forgot.
What?
While you're at the track, you should talk to that trainer, Howard Sparks.
Why?
Is that where you get your tips?
Oh, they were his fingerprints on the thermos.
Morning, Sparks.
Huh? Oh, hello, Commissioner. Any word on Willie?
He's okay.
He's already home.
I wonder if that kid will ever ride again.
No reason for him not to.
Well, you know that heart attack.
He didn't have a heart attack. He was poisoned.
No fooling?
No fooling.
Now, who'd want to go and do a thing like that